All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Samir Search for Huru. I have my brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us this Saturday afternoon. Before we get started, a couple of announcements. Tours coming up. Oshun Festival this August. Come with us August 13th to the 19th for the Oshun Festival in Nigeria. If you're interested, please go to dynastysamir.com, send me a message. Then we also have the Blacksit and Dynasty Samir collab Sierra Leone. If you guys are interested, go to dynastysamir.com, send me a message, and I will get the details to you. Again, we have Brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today, and we're going to be discussing, either start a home-based business or have no business at all. That's where we're at now. How many people have been laid off, Fitzgerald? Like, is it 6 million or?
Not sure about that. First and foremost, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fitzgerald Stephens. All I do know is something like close to 2.6 million unemployment claims have been filed. I did read. I did
more than that.
Yeah, that's what I and it seems like it should be more than that. Actually, that number, it seems to be relatively small, but I did read something that kind of caught my attention, that they're saying that states are getting concerned about how they're going to actually pay all these claims. Keep in mind, people not really working, what money is going in to rejuvenate the funds that are used to help pay out that. Not only that, other services too. So it is a serious economic situation that's being created, and it's only getting greater every day.
Right. Now, from my understanding, it's part of the stimulus package, so I think it's more federal as far as who's going to pay out the claims.
I don't know. When they talk about the stigma, the stimulus package, how does it really help middle class America? I mean, I'm seeing banks, possibly like $500 billion, another bailout, businesses getting big tax incentives. When President Trump got in last time, when he came in January, shortly a few months within his administration, that was one of the first things he did, to give a huge tax breaks to businesses. Now they're getting another one. It seems like you need to go open a bank, something like that, because those cats, even when they do fail, or they give out loans, or or anything that they seem to do that does not sound decision making, they seem to just go ahead and get bailed out, where the average tax holder just gets nothing. You want to stimulate the economy? Okay, start wiping out the student loan debt. You want to stimulate the economy? Raise people's credit scores. You want to stimulate the economy. Get a nationwide sales tax. I mean, a flat tax that is only on that you only are taxed on stuff that you consume. You want to stimulate people's economy, eliminate the IRS. Far as like that, you want to stimulate the economy. Get money back on the gold standard. So many other things you can do. Besides keep compounding your debt. We're getting ready to hit 23, possibly $24 trillion. I mean, these numbers are almost practically unimaginable. It's just the policies that I see that just keep implemented. I don't see what they do for the middle class people who are the backbones of this nation. I just don't see how it helps. A $1,200 stimulus check, whoopee. $2,400 for a family, whoopee, for a child. What's after that? When their jobs are gone, and you don't have an income. What happens? What happens? And so these questions have got to get addressed, and they're very, very important that they do get addressed. I think there's some a good portion of Americans and even global people in other parts of the world. I think there's a good portion. Let's keep our eyes open. Let's wait to see what our leaders are going to do to take care of us. I never prescribed to that philosophy. I never understood it. It doesn't make sense to me. Because I never sat back and want to sit back and wait for someone to take care of me. I mean, it just doesn't compute because, maybe I might want more than what you're giving, and what you're giving me. Maybe I don't like the terms that I got to abide by when you give me some type of handout or thing like that. Maybe I just want to get out there and create my own income, as much income as I want, be able to be able to expand in new markets and open up new markets, be free of a lot of red tape regulations that will prevent me from growing wealth. So that's my thinking. I'm not saying people don't need help, of course. And I'm not saying I'm not thankful for the help that I have received. Yes, I'm grateful. Thank you. But it was never meant for me to be dependent on another entity or another man to take care of me and my family. Nor was it ever created like that for you to be. I mean, I see one of the worst things about continuously taking bailouts and continuously with the government and being involved in your issues is actually it weakens you from creating businesses on your own. Now, this is the exception. I'm not going to argue about that. We're dealing with a very, very climactic time for all over the world. So yes, they do need to step in, but in the meantime, what other ways are we looking to supplement lost income to keep replenishing income before it dwindles or kills our savings and our retirements? What are we doing to look at ways to avert that? What are we looking at ways to leave financial resources to the next generations? These questions have to be taken very seriously.
And they're not.
No. I was taught, Dynas, forgive that look on my face, but yesterday, man.
One second. Shout out to little Sharon, everybody. Sharon's in the chat room, our friend in the UK. Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
Hello, lady Sharon. I got to get over there, man, and I want to come over there to London and actually do some teamwork with you. That'll give me an excuse to come over there, because Dynas, we got a pretty neat team over there in the UK now, whether you know it or not.
We do.
But great, awesome. Congratulations on getting your silver package. Awesome. And Lady Sharon, you give me a call today, shortly right after we get finished with this training, because it's a training I want to do with you individual, like I promised yesterday. Okay, so the Dynas, so you said this title, home business and no business at all, man. What do you mean by that?
I mean, the options are slim. I mean, you got to think about it, Fitzgerald. In this climate, would you go start a brick and mortar?
I can't. I wouldn't have any customers coming to me now.
Right. Exactly. So as far as the brick and mortar, I mean, that option is pretty much out the door. Unless you're in healthcare, maybe you're getting hired. But I don't know anywhere that's hiring right now. I mean, maybe warehouse, maybe.
Places like the only place I know that's really, really hiring that I'm seeing is Amazon. Man, we got these trucks are going up and down and coming over here in my complex, on a regular, so Amazon I know, and oh my God, for what their business must be growing off the charts. But no, as I just hung up with a cousin of mine up in Buffalo, New York, before I came on this stream. And I used to live in Buffalo for 6 years. So I know that market very well up there, about 3 miles away from the Canadian border. Not only is the Canadian border closed, but he said that Buffalo, which is the second largest city within the state of New York, he said it's a ghost town up there. So
where did people go?
What's that?
Where did people go?
In Buffalo? In Buffalo, New York, where they go, we would go to Canada. Toronto's 2 hours away.
But you said the border.
But you go to the mall. It's a very, very small town. They would go bowling. They would go.
No. I'm asking, where did the people go? Like, where did they go if it's a ghost town right now? Are they just at home?
In home. When he said it's a ghost town, what he was meant to, like the downtown districts, the car dealerships, all those are shut down. People are just simply staying at home. He's video conferencing with his children and his family members. He just staying at home. and similar what we're doing down there. But they're much more stringent with the things with what they're doing there. Dynas, I have a very close friend, similar on your level, up in Buffalo, and yesterday he called me when I was making a video with our Canada Alberta affiliate, and he told me he's running a high temperature. Matter of fact, I called you because and you talked me into telling him to convince him to go to the hospital. I haven't heard from him, but you see, the thing that's concerning me about this, he's not like your age. He's up there in the close to his late 60s. And he's saying how he was feeling, and and he promised him he would go to the hospital. See, this thing gets very, very personal to a man like myself, because A, when it happened to Dynas, and then B, it happened with my friend up there. Both business partners of mine, both friends, both VIP affiliates and Karatbars, like all of us is. But unfortunately, he has the resources to be able to fight this thing. But you know what? It does get your attention. So he owned a construction company, shut down. He's a VIP through Karatbars, so got things on there. He's retired. He's retired military from the U.S. Army, so he has things going on there. But when we talk about building a home-based business or no business at all, literally that's exactly what we mean right now. I mean, what choices are you going to have, to create income? You have to look at ways that are going to assure that you and your family can survive economically. We don't know how long it's going to be, before the economy gets back on, or if the economy comes back the same. We don't know what time limit timeline it's going to be, but everything is back to normal and everything is revving up in full production and things like that. We just don't know. This is a very different situation. We do know this: we need resources. We need ways to live. We need means to take care of our family and our loved ones. Isn't that why we go to work anyway? Isn't that why, whether we have a business or whether we work for someone else in their business, isn't that what is really the foundation of what we do? What we're trying to do is to create a livelihood to take care of our family. But what happens when that's threatened right now? I mean, what are our alternatives to do? I mean, we just, it's just, we're facing something we never seen before. And so, right. but in those cases, this is not a time to panic. This is a time to really dig down and get the mind working after you calm your heart and you think rationally and calm. Okay, how can I still thrive, with what's going on? Because, I can't give over to fear. Sitting still is not an option.
Right.
Dynas, we're seeing an explosion in our Karatbars business now.
Right.
In the world. People coming in with VIP package, gold, silver packages. They're contacting us actually. Why? Because all the stuff that we've been talking about for months, it's making so much sense now, especially this time right now. Like, God, I got to do something. Yeah, they're taking they're taking the 401 withdrawal penalties away, the mutual fund withdrawal penalties, and a guy told me, man, he said, Fitzgerald, whether me sitting around and keep losing money, I talked to him yesterday. He's from West Virginia, personally sponsored by you, Dynas. I helped him. And he told me, said, man, Fitzgerald, whether me keep losing in this mutual fund, man, I'm going to take some of that money, roll it into to my Karatbar business package, and I'm going to get to work, and start creating other income. I said, yeah. That's exactly what it's going to take, because he said, well, I'm losing it anyway. And that's another thing. Not only is your job stopped, your ways to make income that's been threatened. Some people's cases have been totally ground to a halt. You're having to pull more on your savings or your retirement income, if you have one, in order to make up for the other means. And you're losing in your retirement income to saving, because the stock market has really been going on a seesaw. So you're getting hit from so many angles right now. And you realize that if you don't do anything, if you just let to see how this thing is going to play out, what if you can't economically survive until this thing play out, so I like to be proactive when I see a problem. I like to move with efficiency in order to eliminate that problem or definitely minimize the damage that this problem could do to me. So that's what I'm doing right now. And we're actually seeing an explosion, as far as what our Karatbars. I'm talking about my just being Dynast team, overall the whole, we're seeing that too, because people are looking, hey, if you can't go out home and get a business, you need to you can't go outside your home to get a business. You need to work inside your home. Dynast, I talked to a friend of mine. No, I don't care to say him a friend. It's a gentleman, I know, a neighbor. And I've been talking to the man for months now about getting a Karatbar business. Months. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, he brought him he phased into mortgage banking. He's already was a very, very successful realtor who works from home too. And so last night I said, you know what? I told him this. I said, evidently you making more money than you can spend. Because I've been telling you about this, and but so I just leave you alone. I need to probably work for you because your paper's long anyway. Just putting it out there, just teasing. When he dropped his head, he wasn't teasing at all. He said, "Man, I need to talk to you. I got some money. I really need to start shifting into this thing because things are going on." Right. I didn't even get into the thing, but this is a voice who for apparently for several weeks, a couple of months rather, he's told me I'm straight. I'm good. But now all of a sudden, he's open to listen because I've been consistent with what I've been doing with my Karatbar business. I can create consistent income. With what I'm doing right here, and so they've been seeing me being consistent with my work, and so they know it's working. They see me sitting up, at the house, and no stress on my face, and doing their things like that, and they see me with no employees, and they see me, with a global business that I have that's to keep acquire my goal, require my residual income, and so and they see my willingness to go ahead and help them do that. And they look around and they see like, man, I can't keep staying. I hope this stuff lets up quick. I hope people be able to get back to buying quick. I hope people be able to buying their boats, their mortgages, their ice cream, their shoes, their clothes, or whatever business you're in, but we just don't know. We really, really don't know. But what we do know is this, the sun is going to rise the next following day. And, we're going to have resources to deal with. Dynast, I don't know what they're doing up in Atlanta, but I tell you, down here in Tampa, we're getting help, and small businesses are getting help with their loans. People are getting help with their personal loans, car loans, mortgages. I haven't seen much with rent. I haven't seen much with getting help.
See, I think for sure. Before I respond, guys, link is in the chat room. Click on the link. My affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the link. Sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you, and then when you watch the replay, link is going to be on the screen and also going to be in the description. Again, click on my affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you, get you in contact with Fitzgerald, or we'll get you up and running. Fitzgerald, I called my mortgage company. They were acting funny.
Yeah.
And then I laid out to them basically what's in the stimulus package in regards to, forbearance for people who are paying mortgages, and they were kind of acting like, well, we got to look into it.
Yeah, the same cats who got to look into it, who has got about close to $500 billion for the stimulus to the things like that. I mean, banks. Listen, I don't believe in owing nobody nothing. I mean, truly, the borrower is servant to the lender. But it's that they now because there's not a national policy and it's left up to the individual state, that this administration, which is the wrong decision. Should be a national policy, a national monetarium on what these things can do. Well, if the states decide, hey, it's up to them, or each individual states. You got a patchwork for doing this. For example, down here in Florida, man, we got this governor down here. Governor Ron DeSantis just recently got elected, staunch Republican and everything now. And so he passes a law no, not pass a law. He says, okay, businesses got to be closed. The same business I lost my job from. Okay, they got to be closed. Only essential businesses, any business are like over 100 or something like that. You guys got to be shut down. Okay, and then and so this is how it's going to be. You got a curfew at night down here, fine. Then he comes back, and this week and says, well, churches are essential business. Hey, I believe in the church. I believe in the mosque and the
how is the church an essential business?
Hold on for a second. Now this is where it gets beautiful. Now my home state of Alabama is seeing a breakout in this stuff. You know how it started? A church service. Okay, that shouldn't be that shouldn't be. So if I'm a business owner, and I'm down here in Florida, and someone done shut my business open, and then I'm looking at, but you got a church that can be open. Some of them can have 200 or 300 people in that room. Why can't my business be open? See, it has to be a uniform thing for everybody. Now, meanwhile, I was talking when I was talking to my cousin Randy up in Buffalo. Now down as he said, Governor Cuomo better not catch a synagogue or a church open up there. They will padlock you, and and a state trooper can come see you. So we're talking people's lives. So all this little stuff of patchwork laws that you could go to one region and rules are different than this region, man, that's going to cost people lives. The churches can stay open down here, but the beaches are closed. But nevertheless, people are like, okay, wow, I want to get out the house. I got to do something. But the smart people, forget about having your fun. That's not what you need to be concentrating on. Forget about this foolishness of getting out and I want to go bowling and skateboarding and all that kind of. Forget about that. What you need to be figuring out, how can I create income from home? Because if I don't do something and the weeks and the months keep going by, my family's going to be decimated. I'm going to be decimated if you're single or whatever. How can I create business from home? Well, glad you asked. Karatbars is absolutely the perfect business far as sport is. The absolute perfect business. Number one, free to join. Number two, it's a home-based e-commerce business. Number three, it operates in 146 countries by way of a cell phone and a computer. Number four, all you're doing is transferring this stuff into this stuff. Gold. Okay. So this is going up in value. The cash is going down in value. The next component, you can create a residual income. I don't think you guys understand how powerful residual income. Let me tell you. Let me paint a picture to you. This happened 48 hours ago to Prince Amir and I. I was on my couch, on my couch upstairs, sleeping, no, I wasn't sleeping. I was just up. I happened to look at my phone. And all of a sudden, there was like 467 euros. I didn't know where it came from, honest to God. So I sent Dynas a text, and which simply said, check your back office. When he sends me that check or that text, or I send him that text, that means that we have made income. I didn't know where it came from. Someone had picked up a business package. It generated income far from us. And then later on yesterday, I was sitting around in there and sitting around, and Dynas sent me a phone call, said check your back office. That came out of the UK. And what was I doing when that came out? I was sitting up under the tree. With somebody that's a gentleman in my neighborhood. We're talking politics, just talking and having a great time. And all of a sudden I did this. In other words, I made as much as some cat who go to work 2 weeks. And that happened. And that happened in between the two combinations, about maybe 10 minutes. This is what we're talking. It was low. So this is the power of a residual income. This was work that was done months ago. work that was done months ago, and even some that was done recently. So we're loaded up there, and I said, "Oh, great, okay, that's good. Thank you, Lord." I mean, keep going on. So the residual income, literally making money while you don't have to physically work for it. You do the work one time, and then the monies could keep coming in from all over the world. Another thing, being able to create a generational component, meaning that you can leave your residual income to your heirs. It's like sort of be like a living life insurance. And finally, you can realize the tax benefits. Now I'm going to address something, not out of anger, but I'm just going to address something out of simple common sense. Okay, and particularly comment that I've heard, but Dynasts and I get attacked for some reason. We really get attacked, and
we're doing something right. That's why.
Yeah, and it's really unmerited attacks. And sometimes, most of the time, I'll just ignore these guys. But then some of them just really stick out. Like the one that was really up on top. Well, he's not a financial planner. Fool, neither are you. Now, here's what we're going to say. Here's what I got to say first to you. Now, I'm going to ask you something. Which do you have a problem with? Exchanging your cash into gold, allowing your gold to appreciate, creating a residual income, that can be transferred to your your spouse or your children, or creating tax benefits, minimizing the tax benefits by having a home-based business. Which one do you have a problem with? How do I need to be a financial planner to break information off like that? Man, some of the wealthiest people in the world, just have great business acumen, and they're not financial planning. When you tell that to Zuckerberg, who created Facebook in his office room, how about when you tell that to Bill Gates, who dropped out of Harvard? You would tell that to Larry Eigelson. I mean, it's many of people out there, that necessarily don't have so-called quote financial advisors. Most of your financial advisors, you know how they make their money through? Fees. They make their money through fees from selling products. Would you say that to a Grant Cardone? You're not a financial advisor, so you can't tell me about real estate. You can't tell me about money. A man who's worth close to $500 million and owns like $1.3 billion in real estate. I mean, I don't get it. But what we're trying to do is give you and your family a leg up. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. It's that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. And in this country, we have a thing called free speech. But if you're going to talk about something, you need to know what you're talking about. Dynasts and Mir and I are simply trying to give people an alternative, to divert financial disaster in their home. Now it's done changed to that. It used to be before this that we was trying to say, hey, this is another way to create your residual income. And why do you want to create your residual income? You may lose your job. You may lose your health. You may get tired of working. You're not making the money that you want. You're paying high in taxes and stuff. That was before the coronavirus came up. And so now it's done. The game's done totally switched. Listen, you can't go out there to earn money because of the restrictions that are placed not only on you but around the world. Okay, they got your businesses closed. I mean, will people have money to necessarily to go out there and start a Subway and a McDonald's franchise? You can't look at that anymore. So, but you still need an income. So why don't we create you an income from home? Why don't we start something, and why don't we get alongside of you, helping you doing that? That's all we do. And oh, by the way, why don't you, saving gold? By the way, this business deals with gold. I mean, Dynasts, people are grabbing gold left and right now. Right. I mean, they're all over the world and stuff like that. Why don't you get paid to help people save in gold? And why don't you create your residual income as a result of helping people save in gold? And why don't you be able to leave a financial legacy for your family because of your home-based business? And why don't you minimize the tax returns, the tax returns that the home-based business is going to give you? because you know what, you know, you're going to have to do that. You want to minimize your tax returns because you know, you need every bit of your money that you can get now. That's the simple four components of what we say. That's the simple four components of what we say. Not that I owe you an explanation, you know, that that's your views, that's your view. I can care less, you know, but because we have too many people who are reaching out to us right now to, you know, who, hey, like, I need some help, give me some help, and we're giving it and we're helping them prosper. So that's the long game that we want. But you know what? We want this for everyone. Right. You know, we want this for everyone. It's not just us. It's not just us, and it's Dinaz. I really believe, and I could be wrong, but I really believe, realistic. I'm just writing all of 2020 off. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that someone comes up with some great cure, and you know, and say like, well, we got this thing under control. I'm not into any. How can I put it? I'm not into any program that involves me taking the mandatory vaccines. I rebel against stuff like that. Evidently, the continent of Africa is rebelling against it because, you know, the French want to try them. Hey, we're going to try this on Africa. We're going to use this experiment on there. Notice, not Italy, Spain, where all the, you know, the virus cases gone. They want to go down to Africa and try. And the Africans are rightly so, like hell to the no. You know, right. You're not being spared. We're not your guinea pigs. You know, so you can't figure it out right there. And I hope they hold strong to that position. But we don't know what we're up against. What we do know is, like, gosh, life is still going on. The sun is shining. Let's figure out a way to put something together where me and my family won't be economically devastated. You know. And the final note on that, Dinaz. I was hearing something yesterday. They talked about the checks could take up to 20 weeks to get to it. 20 weeks to wait for that.
If you don't have direct deposit, they're talking about it could take 20 weeks to get your check.
Okay, Dinaz, is that $1,200 that you would get right now? Is it already spent?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah,
mine is too. The $1,200 is not in my account. It's already spent. You know, and you know, like, wow, thank God I have this Karatbar business. Thank God I still have control over my finance. Thank God I can get up every morning. I can, with a couple of phone calls, you know, and create an income for me and my business partner. See, that's the thing I want you to understand. It's not only me getting up and creating for me. When I create income for me, I create income for Dinaz. I create income for Dinaz's team. I create income for Dinaz's sponsor. I create income for my sponsor. You know, it's not just me. You know, and so the wealth is shared, you know, and that's a very, very powerful feeling. No, Dinaz, I can listen to you, man. You got, you know, anything to add, which I hope, because I love listening to you when I'm not talking, on your stream, man. But you definitely bring a lot of points, so I definitely listen to you on this.
Yeah, I mean, let's just jump right into Karatbars. If people are asking what exactly is Karatbars. Guys, link is in the chat room. Sign up as an affiliate. I'll personally call you. Again, click on the affiliate link in the chat room. It's also on the screen, and it's also in the description. Fitzgerald, what is Karatbars?
Yeah, Karatbars is the largest distributor of small gold increments in the world. When I say small gold increments, this right here, that right there is, see over there, 0.1 gram. You see the gold, that is a physical piece of gold right there. I could trade for goods and services. I could pick this up right now for less than about $9, you know, or I can go ahead and pick up this right here, a gram of gold, you know, and I could go ahead and increase my wealth. What do you mean, Fitzgerald, increase your wealth? I'm trading this in for this. Now, when I first got in, let me do a little clearer. When I first got in back in 2015, I think gold prices, from what I've seen last night when I was doing a show last night, it was like $1,169 in 2015. Okay. For gold in 2015. Okay. Right now, and April of 2020, this right here that I paid like $1,160 something back in 2015 is now worth $1,680 something. You see how my wealth just went up just by holding this?
Right.
Question. The cash that I have in my hands, and I'm not going to let you guys know how much that is. The cash I have in my hands, does it have the same purchasing power that it had in 2015?
No.
I buy the exact same things, the exact amount of food that I can with this, and that I bought now that I bought in 2015.
No. For sure. I told you the story about when I went to Chick-fil-A. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's right, Diane. But I want you, but I want to get a point across to the listeners. I want to drill it because sometimes you got to say things more than once, and sometimes you got to say things about 7 times before the average person really hears you. Can I buy more stuff with these?
Yes.
No, and that I bought into. Can I buy some more stuff with 2020 or less stuff right now with these?
You buy more.
This is my point. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with transferring some of your paper dollars into gold, however much you want, and the gold is rising up, thus rising your wealth? What's wrong with that? Okay, if you can understand that alone, that's enough to drop the mic on this show. But it gets better and better. You also have the opportunity to create your residual income that I just expounded upon a little bit. Get you on a tax deductible business package. We recommend you get the VIP package. Why? Because that's what the maximum residual income payout is. That's what Dynas and I are. That's what many of our business partners are. But if you have to come in, if you really, really say, Fitzgerald, if I want to come in with the bare minimum, what would you recommend? The absolute bare minimum. I'm going to say the silver package. Why are you going to say the silver package, Fitzgerald? It's simple because it's simple as this. When you come in with the silver package, you have your package for 5 weeks. I mean, once you get your package today, and for 5 weeks, you have what's called an upgrade opportunity. You go out and you find 5 silver packages or above. They're going to automatically promote you to the next package, which is going to be like a gold package. That alone probably is going to save you 1,900 euros right there. But let's just say you do that in the first week because you really see this and you're not coming to play. You're connected with me and Dynas. We're helping you build this. And let's just say you do that. You got 4 more weeks and you go out and find a gold packet. Now you're promoted automatically to a VIP packet, which is going to save you about 3,600 euros right there. And so now you're getting at the top of the payment structure, of the payout structure, simply because you're a hustler. You're going to make commission, you're going to make package bonuses, you're going to be very, very satisfied as far as what you're doing with saving that money. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a sponsor, Michael Delco, and he's doing a global webinar right now on wealthbuildersworldwide.info. He replaced a 6-figure mortgage income job here in the Southeast United States. He did it in 103 days off a silver packet. Well, why didn't he get a VIP? He couldn't afford it. Imagine that, making 6 figures and couldn't afford that, and being somewhere close to like 50 years old. That should tell you something about the way the system is given. Many people, got status and they look good and spell good, but they can't put their they can't put their money on $1,000 that they need to. Nothing. They just can't after working all those times. So get the business package. When he got the business package, that allowed him to get to create dual team payouts. For example, every time someone purchases gold, purchase any other number of products that we have through our system, it's a unit value attached to it. You in terms have 2 teams, a left team, a right team. Every time someone gets 25 units on one side and 50 units on another side, you get a payout. You get a payout. And but as a VIP, what like Dynas and I, every time that happens, we get 80 euros paid out on our MasterCard. The MasterCard looks a little bit thing like this. And yes, it's a real MasterCard that I can go buy groceries and shopping. And I'm going to do that right after I get off the stream now. And so we can use that to our euros uploaded on. Okay, so 80 euros, roughly about 90 US dollars, depending on exchange rate, even more so depending on what part of the world you're in. Okay, so if I get a gold package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you get a dual team payout of 60 euros every time that happens. Okay, pretty respectful. Then we get a silver package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you get 50 euros every time that happens. And then if you have a starter package, a bronze, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you get a dual team payout of 40 euros. Well, now it's like you're doing the same work. I do the exact same work that a bronze person would do. That call people, talk people. Someone gets them and when I get a dual team payout, the bronze gets 40, but as a VIP and Dynas as a VIP, we get 80. In other words, we get double for doing the same work. Another thing that you have is what's called a package bonus. And let me just take the lowest bonus. Lowest package. If you have a bronze package and you register Dynas comes in as VIP, I come in as a VIP. And we just got our package. We just saw, man, this is great. We know we need to do something. We could take money out of our 401k. We could put it in. We got a side to do it. Great. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Just because we said great and we got the package, automatically you get 300 euros in your account for me and 300 euros in your account for Dynas, simply because we said yes to building our own business and you brought us in. And then plus it generates units, and I can get into that a little later on when you guys call me individually. Okay, we have people who make 6 figures a month in this. We have people who are making five figures a week. We have people who are making 0 a month. It all depends on your hustle.
What you put in is what you get out. What you put in is what you get out.
Exactly. And isn't that?
A lot of people ask me, well, what's the average person make and what's this person make? I'm like, listen, you just focus on what you want to earn and put the work in, and that's what you'll get.
Well, yes. I mean, they're trying to what they're trying to do is see what's the potential and things like that. The potential is unlimited. That same gentleman I told you about, Michael Delco, he made it public, so I can make it public too. About a couple of months ago, he had a 6-figure month. This right here, he took his down to the Range Rover dealership and bought about $80,000 Range Rover on this. Is that potential enough for you? I mean, it all depends on your hustle. And don't you really want it like that? Don't you really want it for you to be able to create income based on your efforts, not based on do you know the boss's daughter, or were you in the right fraternity or sorority in school, or did you go to the right school, or are you fitting in the right clique at work? If you're one of those individuals like me, just I'll stay to myself. I don't come here to influence and influence people. I come here to get a paycheck. Let me do my job. If I need to get skills and go for that promotion, I'll get the necessary skills. If I get beat out by a certain person, but let's be fair about it. They got more skills than me and everything. They're promoted on me. That's fine. What I can't deal with is we have the equal amount of skills and they get it because they're connected and I'm not. Okay, what I can't deal with is you decide to cut my salary or freeze my income, even though I'm doing a very, very good job far as for you. That's what I can't deal with. Basically, what you're talking to a man who really don't even believe in working for anybody. I'll do it if I have to, but I've always wanted my own, and I've always believed that power is in ownership. And so this gives me an opportunity to do that. I've had many businesses besides this. But this is the first business that I really realized that I don't have a lot of that pressure that's associated with traditional business. What do I mean? Number one, no employees, no state income tax. That's a big one. Number two, no overhead. I don't got to go out and rent a building anymore. Number three, I don't have to go out and buy supplies to do work. When I had my automotive shop, I have one scanner that cost me $14,000. I don't have to do, and plus I had to put updates in it every year for like $1,000. So I don't have any equipment to buy. I didn't have any employees to deal with. I don't have any rentals because I can run this literally out of my own business. Number four, I have free marketing and advertising. I had to pay for my Bell South ads when I was in Atlanta. I had to pay for my advertising and things like that. We wasn't really utilizing Facebook like we're doing right now. So all my marketing is free. All my business links are free like that. And finally, if you were to take someone and say, like, if they were to have a 500 people as a part of their business and organization, people would say, like, wow, that is a good size, a large business. A large, good size medium business. 500 people, man, you're really balling, Fitzgerald. What are you going to say to a man like myself who has close to 11,000 business affiliates all over the world that I control about right through a smartphone? I'm part of their business, but they are independent in their business. They operate their business alone. Just because I bought them in, or someone who Dynas knows, or someone who the many people I have sponsor knows, they're part of my group. You would say to a guy that has an organization 11,000, that is a super business. That's what I have. I run this super business down here in isolation from Tampa, Florida, all over the world. Yesterday, I was dealing with England. Yesterday, in England and Canada, from home. And I'm dealing with many of them. Earlier this week, I was dealing with Uganda from home. These are all people in business with me, who I'm helping realize their income. They're not doing it for me. They didn't come in and say, "Oh, Fitzgerald, you know what, man? I never seen you in glasses before, man. You look pretty sharp in them right now, and I'm just going to join." I don't care about that. They care about their financial interests. If they can get a hold of something that gives them this type of stuff, and these type of options, why not? And so that's the residual income part of it. And how do you get paid on that? The other thing is, like, God, being able to leave your children a legacy, being able to leave your children a financial legacy, because this business transfers over to your beneficiaries. So it just keeps paying them just like it's paying you. Okay. And then the final thing is actually having your own business, that you can do write-offs with and minimize your taxes. The tax laws in most of the countries of the world are created for the business owner. While they got offshore accounts in the Caymans and the Cayman Islands and Swiss bank accounts, you trying to figure out how you gonna transfer $100 from one account to another. I mean, you don't get nowhere. And I'm not making light of this. I'm saying it's time to change the game. It's time to participate in the game in a way that makes you win. If you don't have a business, you won't win.
Right.
You won't win. You won't win. I was in church one time up in McDonough, Georgia, Southside Baptist, Pastor Eddie Mason, a brilliant man, a kind, very loving man. He made a statement. He said, "You know what? It's impressive that a man can pay another man $20 million, to hit a baseball." He said, "That's really impressive." He said, "You know what's more impressive? The man who can pay the man the $20 million. Y'all will catch it when you're going home. The man who can pay the man the $20 million, because he has ownership. He's going to get another man that's going to come up here and do the services that he needs for him. But he owns that brand, all the merchandise and all the teams, all the television rights. It don't go to the player, it goes to that man. And so that man is going to be retired. But that other man is going to keep realizing that the gains and the gains and the gains for that business. George Steinberger, the owner of the great Yankee ball club, he died. That the Yankees are still generating billions of dollars every year. It's right in the son's name now.
The Buss family, the Lakers.
Yes, Jenny Buss. She was like a teenager, when they drafted Magic Johnson. The Lakers organization still going. We mourn the loss of Kobe, but okay, well, hey, wow, man, we grieve like that. Okay, now they got Mr. James, and they'll get someone after him too. But they've been doing this since Wilt Chamberlain. You get my point. But the Buss family is fine, because the power is in ownership. What I'm trying to do with everyone on the stream right now, I'm trying to get you into ownership, something that you own. For those of you who are saying, "Well, Fitzgerald, I don't own Karatbars." No, you don't. Harold Constantine Sykes owned Karatbars, but you do own the revenue stream that Karatbars creates. Now you have a revenue stream, and you take that revenue stream and like, you know what? I'm going to buy some rental properties. I'm going to buy some real estate in Nigeria. I'm going to set up some other business with this income that I have that I solely own. I'm going to diversify my earnings. That's what the rich do. The average millionaire in this country, has over 7 streams of income flowing into their family. 7 streams. I'm trying to get you to think in streams of income. If you're going to get all tripping on like who owns this and who owns that, what did that do? You're trying to create an income. And then with that income, you can branch it into other income producing assets that you want. This is what we're trying to get you to see. You think I'm going to be sitting around up in here thinking about spending the rest of my life in the United States? I think not. My goal is to have somewhere dang near $50,000 income residual a month, and I'm going to take my little happy butt somewhere over in Africa, a country undisclosed. Prince Amir know where it is, and I'm going to go over there and live like a god, because I'm going to take euros and I'm going to take my entities over there and my entities in the United States or wherever I am, and then I'm going to just keep collecting money, mailhouse money. Meanwhile, I'm going to be sitting probably on the beach somewhere, looking like I'm just a regular cat. But be a multi-millionaire. So that's my goal. What is yours? And a lot of us are tired of these situations. A lot of us wish we could get out our present surroundings and and go somewhere else where we would like to be. You can't do nothing without money on this earth. You can't do nothing without resources. You can't do good intentions don't pay bills. I'm going to do something, it don't pay bills. That boss is not going to take care of your family more than he's going to take care of his family. He will put you out the pasture. If it comes between him, and you, you're gone. Understand that. So you got to create something for you. That's all we talk about with Karatbars. For once, those of you who want to be a critic and everything like that, for once, get your emotions out the way. This is not emotions. This is math. There is a certain amount of income that you need in order to thrive and survive. Karatbars will give you that opportunity to create that income and even more, whatever you want with the thing that you want to do. And that's pretty much my spill for today. Get you a home-based business or you die. Warren Buffett said it. You know what? If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And it's true. Prince Amir, I'll give the closing words to you.
Guys, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Again, affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you and get you a contact for sure. We'll get you up and running. Also, link is in the description. If you watch the replay, and link is right there on the screen. Guys, the time to act is now. Again, we've been ringing the bell really since June. But again, if you don't start your home-based business, you won't have a business, because again, no brick and mortars. It's funny. I wonder if I call Subway right now and ask if I could open up a franchise right now. I wonder what they would say.
Oh, they'll take your money, but they'll tell you, they'll hold your money because they need capital. But they'll say, well, we'll just have to wait till it's till we can actually get the word to operate. Because once a governmental leader issues a moratorium, you can't open. That's exactly what it means. They can have police force to shut you down, but they take your money because business need capital. That guy will gladly rent you to build it out. He needs capital. But what you gonna do for customers?
Right.
No, what you gonna do for customers? Don asks, our customers never sleep. Our customers are woke right now in Tanzania,
right,
Uganda, South Africa, Lagos, Toronto, Sydney, Australia, Accra, Ghana. These are places where this man and I have, business partners around there. They're asleep right now. Some of them are at home right now. But we're able to go into their home with this stream and talk, and all they want, like, God, man, I need to do something. Let me get on the internet. Let me click on that link with Dinas Amir. Okay, let me get my business package. Let me call Fitzgerald and get him to help me. And I never took a plane over there. Neither one of us ever left the house. Neither one of us put anything at jeopardy. Karatbars has been doing this social distancing stuff for years. That's a fancy word for quarantine. You
Right.
know, but our business don't stop because someone said it got. Oh God, man, I'm about to run out of my chair.
Go ahead.
Our business don't stop just because some governmental leader said y'all can't go to work. But Prince Amir and my business don't stop. They don't have the power to stop our business. As long as I got this, and I'm able to get phone calls like I got from Little Sharon from England yesterday, London, like I got from Victor up there in Alberta, Canada. My business is still thriving. Dinette and I business stuff. We made money yesterday, and God, I mean, the day before that, I mean, you know, our business is thriving, and yours can too. We are no different from you. There's nothing exceptional or special about us. We are just two men that had a dream that we just want to control our own life. We didn't want to be bound. We didn't want to be up in the whims and doctrine of everyone. Don Ass and I have been very, very successful in corporate America. We loved corporate America at one time, but corporate America didn't love us.
Right.
We had great jobs, and you know, they put our happy end out the pasture. You know, and get someone else that they want to get someone else who can give them the same production of Dynask and I, but they want to pay them much less.
And if it's to the point now, it's not even about the production. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish now. It's not even about the production now.
Well, Dynask, if you're getting tax breaks and you're getting bailouts and you buy new equipment and stuff, why would you really care? You see, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be another interesting phenomenon that's going to happen. It's going to accelerate. And mark my words on this. Some of you guys have already heard of it. It's called AI, or artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds really good. But every time as that advances, more people are going to lose their job. I saw AI, artificial intelligence, where it was flipping a hamburger. You know, the companies really went into motion, putting that into play when all of a sudden they had to raise the salary, about the minimum wage, about $15, $16.
For sure. I tell people this story. I was when I was at Centrals, I was an account in Noonan called Niagara Water. They had automated forklifts. Yeah. I saw a forklift, nobody on it, just doing.
Automation. So automation, what does that mean? That means I don't need you for a job, and I can increase my profits, and I'm still going to get tax breaks. Y'all better get out. Y'all better quit tripping, thinking this thing you got a good job. Y'all better quit tripping, telling yourself, not me, telling yourself that you're gonna be all right and you straight. See, I know it's a game. You know, I know you flaming. You know. No, I'm just nice enough not to call you out on it, but now I'm not. You know, you better figure out a way to get your residual income and use that residual income to create another residual income and use that residual income to create another residual income. You better start getting some pride and dignity about yourself, and where you don't have to ask a grown man or a grown woman, what you can do with your time. You know. Where you don't have to ask someone hoping they give you a $2.50 raise. Well, you don't have to hope you get that promotion where 50 or 60 other people are competing, and 10 of them are a whole lot more connected with you. I can tell you firsthand how the job market works, and you know, as far as when it comes to certain positions, especially in executive level positions. Listen, the candidate is already chosen before they put it in the newspaper. They just go through the formalities.
Oh, hold on.
That happened to me twice in my career.
That's how it works. They already know who they're going to hire or promote. They just go through, like you said, the formalities. It's called.
You're just going through the formalities. So to take offense to that, first time that happened in my career, I had my first government job. I loved it. You know, I was an adoption clerk. I had the job before I went even and applied for it. I was already selected. Woe be unto that. Maybe someone needed it more than me. I certainly needed it. They didn't have a chance. I already had the job. I met directly with the clerk. You know, because of contact, the person introduced me to the clerk. I had the job. All she wanted just to see who the person she was going to let in her company. And I had that job. Would have still been there now if I wouldn't have moved to Buffalo. The second one, when I was in Buffalo, New York, the software company I worked for, probably the second best job I ever had.
One second, Fitzgerald. Bosu goes. All I'm saying is we have no problem answering your questions, but meet us halfway and at least set up your free account. All right, so click on my affiliate link, set up your free account, and then we have no problem answering your questions. But I just, me personally, my time is just too valuable to answer a million questions, and you haven't even set up an account.
Absolutely. So, and we're not avoiding you, please, and give me a call directly, and I'll be happy to address your question, no doubt about it. But the second question, the second thing, when I had my software job, and Dinas Amir was instrumental in me getting that. Because when he was working at his position, he said, Fitzgerald, man, I really want to get in software. I don't know if you remember this conversation, Dinas. You told me that years ago. I said I really want to get in software. So when I was making a move in this company, I called Dinas, and Dinas said, well, man, Fitzgerald, you better watch it. I'm seeing a couple of things right there. You know what it is. And then I said, Dinas, these cats are done restructure. Well, what happened was, a friend of mine was a top marketing manager in there, and in the company. And so him and I met at Niagara Falls. He was listening to my sales pitch. I was listening to his. We had came in roughly the same time, and we struck up a brilliant conversation. And I'll be forever grateful for Tony for what he did. And Tony, you listen to me, man. Thank you very much. So Tony went and recommended me to his boss, who never met me, who was in Dallas, Texas. I had the job before I even stepped. All of a sudden, I'm getting a call from the recruit up in New York, and boom, just like that, I was right in the company that I loved, that I still would have been there had I would have got sick. Okay. And so the people who were competing after that, with me, there was only so many positions, of just a few positions right there. They never had a chance because I was already selected for the job before. So is it with you. The promotion that you're gunning for, if you're not connected in that group, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance, and you would constantly get passed over. Meanwhile, we're offering you something like Karatbars, where you can build and take a chance on you, where you don't have to ask someone, can you advance to the higher ranking, to you advance to the top income levels? You don't have to ask anyone but yourself, and you get a chance to work and you make it happen. That is extraordinary liberating. You don't have to have any special degrees, any special, all you got to be is 18 years older with a dream and a passion to win. And with Dinas and I helping you and create a residual income that will stagger you in the scope. I don't care if you're a hairdresser, a plumber, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever you do, but it's dependent upon you, not any crazy government regulation. So on that note, I want you guys to really, really think about that. Really, really think about that. Forget about the fact that you can't go out and work your job and they got the stay home order. But when when that job lifts and this stay home order lifts, do you really want to go back to that type of situations?
That's the thing. I think a lot of people now are starting to have they're starting to think like, do I really want to go back to my job?
That's why our business is growing, Dinas. That's why we get people calling us like they've been the last couple of days. That's why VIPs are joining our organization right now. That's why gold and silver people are joining our organization, because they're thinking about that. They're thinking about that. Do I really want to go back to the grind? Some of you guys, this time is been a blessing. Like, you're like, man, dude, they was working the hell out of me.
Right.
And I'm actually able to work on some things that I want. I'm actually able to put that business plan together that I want. I'm actually able to do something with my time that I want. I don't have to call it. You know what, man? It's nice to be able to sit up here and play school with my daughter, or it's actually be able to nice to sit up there and talk with my son. I've been missing all these moments. It's nice to sit up here and work on my marriage and things. I've been missing all this moment because I've been out the house. And some of you guys and some of you ladies and gentlemen, here's what's going to happen to you. And it happened to me years ago. You're like going to, shoot, do I really want to go back to that foolishness? Right. Do I really want to go back to the ulcers? Do I really want to go back to working 80 hours a week? Do I really want to go back to taking my phone on a vacation and a boss swearing and cussing at me, and I got to take it because I need the money? Do I really want to go being underappreciated? Do I really want to go deal with that supervisor because her husband tripping on her? She gonna trip on me? I had that happen before. Right. She didn't have a husband, but I had that happen. No, she just man, all that. Do I really want to play that? Do I really want to go in and have some cat talking to me like I'm a child?
Right.
You know, and rather me feel like I want to bust him upside his head. You know, I got to control myself because I need this job. Do I really want to get that feeling in my stomach, in my chest, getting all tight
Sunday night.
I know I got to go in. Some of you guys are like, your body is starting to regulate. Your body is starting to, please hear me, wisdom. Your body is starting to come online. Your mind is starting to go on peace because now it's getting used to the tranquility. And some of you guys, you know what? Your blood pressure ain't running up as high as it used to be. You know, you're not getting those crazy headaches like you used to. Some of y'all don't call up on a lot of sleep. But after all that, which is great, Dynass and Fitzgerald are here to help you build an income so you can stay at that place if you choose. You know, if you choose. You know, when I got fired for that six-figure income job, it just occurred to me that, last night. You know, Dynass, they did me a favor, dude. In 2 weeks, I had put almost 1,000 miles on my vehicle.
Wow.
Running around in Florida. 2 weeks, 1,000 miles. You know, man, I was working somewhere like 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. The boss, when I came in there, he told me, you know, forget about the life. You know, you in like it, forget about it. You mine. Y'all got a problem with that? No, he had a whip leading mentality, meaning like, you know, he would go off on you, but he paid you well. But, you know, it stressed and, you know, put all this kind of crazy stress on you if you received it. And things like that. Man, I got to sitting down, and after he said to me, I knew I was going right back to my Karatbar business. I knew I had something to go to. And I'm like, shoot, man, he can call me back right now. I'm like, no, Cat, I'm straight. I don't need it. Because I'm you know, and I don't need to give a whole lot of explanations to him, and I know, but I'll tell you guys the reason I don't need it, because I have a global business that, you know, that can simply get out here and, you know, and create an income for me at my will. And I can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at my schedule. No, Dynass, I'm finished. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us. For you guys, now what do we do? Go ahead and register on the link. Sign up as an affiliate. Take 7 minutes. Number 2, when you get the email from Karatbars, go ahead and click on that link to verify your account. Number 3, because of the speed and what we're going for, give me a call direct. 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. Email address is fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com. I'm going to help you get your package. I'm going to train you. I'm going to plug in the wealth builders, and I'm going to get you going. Dynass, I had a affiliate of yours ask me yesterday out of West Virginia. He said, Fitzgerald, you awfully brave for putting your phone number on there. I said, dude, I'm not trying to hide. My business is I got to connect with people. I want people to get in touch with me.
Right.
You know, this is what I do. So, you know, and that's my number's been the same for several years. And, you know, and so this is what happened. It's really just that simple. Don't complicate this, you know. And Dynass, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you, Fitzgerald. Guys, links in the chat room. Click on my affiliate link. Link is also on the screen. It'll also be in the description. Click on the link, sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you, and I will get you in contact with Fitzgerald, and we'll get you guys up and running. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. We'll be back on soon. Why not? I think, like I said, right now it's a great opportunity, and just it makes sense to start a home-based business. You know,
I'd ask you the same thing. You the same thing about my glasses, man. It's the first time you see
me. Your glasses are beautiful. I love your glasses.
I didn't know if I'm looking like Mr. Peabody over here or whatever.
Yeah, I love your glasses. You love your glasses, but guys, it makes sense. Like I don't know what the excuse is now to not want to start a home-based business, because once you know you get used to making money at home, it's like, why would I go to a job? Why would I want to go back to a job and work at 8 to 7, get cussed out, yelled at, you know, like Fitzgerald said, talk to like a little kid, depending on your manager, you know, micromanage. Yeah. So that's where we're at, you guys. So thank you for joining. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, family. Peace.